As Ariana Grande said, thank you, next, as the Avs defeat their ex-goaltender. Avs win over the New York Islanders 3-1. This was kind of a big win. The Avs were on a 3-game losing streak and looking for a spark dealing with all of these injuries, and they came through and beat a team that they had struggles with earlier in the season. Honestly, it was pretty impressive as well. They completely controlled the play through the first 2 periods on both ends of the ice, and Pavel Francouz played great in net. That's the goaltender the Avs are looking for. With Philip Grubauer out, if Pavel Francouz can play like that, there are no worries. If he plays like he does against Tampa Bay, that's where there's an issue. This was a game decided at 5-on-5, and that is probably why the Avs ended up winning. Both teams had plenty of power plays. The Avs 4, the Islanders 3, including some 5-on-3 time for the Islanders, and 0 special teams goals got scored in all of that time. It wasn't pretty, but again, if the Avs can keep the special teams battle flat, they will usually win at 5-on-5. The other key to the Avs winning through all of these injuries is the depth and the defense stepping up on the offensive side, and halfway through the first period, that's exactly what we get. It develops quick. The Avs are going to win a face-off to the side and quickly get it back to the center point to Cale Makar. Meanwhile, Donskoy, initially not sure if the Avs are going to win or not, steps in, but once they have possession, he steps to the high slot, immediately into position. As Makar is collecting the puck, you're going to see the Isles come out and challenge hard. Donskoy picks this up and slides into the soft spot behind, leaving him uncontested in the middle of the ice, which allows him to get his stick out there. As Makar fires into the shooting lane, Donskoy gets a piece of it, and Varley just has no chance on a beautiful tip. The Avs go up 1-0, and they would never relinquish the lead throughout the rest of the game. Luck was fairly even, if you want to call it that, as both teams did hit posts in the first period, but on the whole, the Avs did end up hitting a second post as well. That's 74 bad ones, which just seems absolutely absurd. Well above the total they had in the regular season last year, and well above 1 per game. The rest of the first period was played at the Avs' pace. They outshot the Islanders 17-11. That high-octane style feeds into the Avs and gets them going, while the Islanders honestly struggled to keep up for a lot of the game. It also became clear pretty early on that this guy, Cale Makar, was just having one of those games. So it was a solid period, but the Avs only lead by 1 after the first, which is good, but something we've seen them struggle with in the past going into second periods. Not this time, though, as they score very early in the second on a classic way to beat Varley. With a power play expiring, Makar is going to find McKinnon in the neutral zone, and McKinnon is just going to step on the gas here. I don't honestly know how you defend this. McKinnon steps across the blue line. The defensemen have to respect him and give him space because of his speed. So when Burakovsky beats his man up the ice and curls in behind, there's just not going to be anyone to cover him. He collects the puck. McKinnon has created the gap, allowing Burakovsky to cut to the middle. You're going to get a pretty quality chance off of this a lot of the time. And, well, if you've watched Semyon Varlamov for a while, you know he has a tendency to drop the glove if you wait on him. Burakovsky seems to know it, as that's exactly what he does and puts it where the glove is supposed to be. Burakovsky's 20th goal of the season, just the second Av to hit the 20-goal mark. Obviously, Nathan McKinnon has been there for a while, but this is continued proof that Burakovsky is more than just scoring depth. He's legitimate top 6 material. The second period was significantly slower paced than the first, but the Avs still got the better of the Islanders in the period, controlling the play a bit more, even if it was slower. Before I forget, this was also Martin Kaut's first ever NHL game. First off, congratulations to him to making it to the NHL, but more importantly, he looked pretty darn solid. He's always been a very responsible player with the puck, and that showed through when he had control of it in this game. Beyond that, he was very aggressive on the forecheck and willing to go and do what was needed. The Avs had him set up as a net front guy in the offensive zone. He had a nice tip that was saved by Varley, and then had a great redirect opportunity off a nice pass from Sam Girard that he just missed wide. But he was getting involved. He did show up a couple of times in less than 8 minutes of play. That's very nice to see and encouraging for him to hopefully get more playing time as the season continues here, at least until people get healthy again. The second period cruised right along at a bit of a slower pace. In the second half, it got a little bit messy with penalties. As I said, neither team was really able to take advantage of them. I don't know. The Avs just looked confident. Looked like they knew they were going to win this game from start to finish, and that's exactly what they went out and did. The first half of the third period was relatively even. I wouldn't say the Avs controlled the play, but they weren't getting really blasted by New York either, and to be fair, New York's offense has certainly been in a bit of a rut lately, so that may have something to do with it, but nonetheless, the Avs were doing fine. And then just to put the game to bed, they add the third goal in. Cale Makar goes for an amazing skate in the offensive zone, basically just saying, I'm better than everyone and I know it, and then they wrap things up. So you can see Makar skating around the zone here. He's actually going to draw a slashing penalty up high here, but the Avs power play hasn't been working, so why do that when you can score on the delayed call? Makar completes the circle around the zone. He goes for a wraparound try that was maybe a little bit ill-fated, but it goes through the crease and out into open space, allowing Ryan Graves to jump up into the play and collect it. And the Owls get caught a little bit deep here as Graves works it back to the point where there's a waiting Nathan MacKinnon. We all know MacKinnon has loved this shot a lot this season, shooting it from out up high, and to be honest, he does a very good job of getting these shots through the lanes. It might not be the highest danger chance, but he's pretty consistent about it. This one, he finds the lane, gets it through, and Gabe Landeskog just battles in front to get his stick into the right position and tip this one. Perfect play, no hope for Varley. 2 points from MacKinnon, 2 points from Makar. Gabe Landeskog gets a goal as well, and then obviously Makar helps set up this goal, even if he didn't get a point for it. You cannot ask for anything more from your stars. The rest of the game was pretty much academic from there. It was just the Avs trying to get Francouz the shutout, and admittedly they did turtle quite a bit after scoring the third goal, which isn't unexpected, but ultimately Francouz isn't going to get the shutout because of it, and a bit of tough luck. Pretty messy from the Avs here. Makar is going to turn the puck over down deep in the zone, and it just gets worse from there. As the Islanders collect, the Avs get extremely bunched up, but don't really cover anything on the near side, leaving the seam pass completely wide open to the back door. Now, initially, Francouz does a great job of getting across and stopping the chance, but a big rebound shoots out to the other side where, once again, there are no Avs. It does take a funny bounce and unfortunately ends up right near Matthew Barzal, who knocks it free, and then Nelson is waiting once again. A third funny bounce. Hard to deal with that one. Nelson gets a free goal from there. On the one hand, some tough luck and definitely disappointing that they can't get Francouz the shutout he deserved. On the other, not a bad time to take a bunch of bad luck in a game that you still go on to win 3-1. It's wins like these that make the Avs feel like a very, very good team. Not because of the injuries that they were able to overcome, not because of the caliber of the team that they're playing, but because it felt routine. Like the Avs were always supposed to win this game, and that's what they went out and did. It's not going to be the most exciting thing in the world every single night, but players are just going to go out there, do their job, and reach milestones, whether it's Burakovsky reaching 20 goals or Nathan MacKinnon scoring his 50th assist of the season for the third straight year. Even after that 3-game losing streak, the Avs are still just 1 point back of the Blues for the top spot in the Central, so it's still full-on go time. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. You can head on over to thednvr.com if you like this All Hail Cale shirt, or you want a hat. They're on sale for just $20 right now. If you want to support us, buy some merch. I am Rudo, and now we just see what happens at the trade deadline.
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the Dog and Gabe the Big. The fun isn't over yet, it is Avalanche time.